Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another daily energy draw. Today we are using the Gaia Oracle deck. So let's get right into it and see what does Spirit have for us today. Powerful messages coming forth in all of these, in all of them. The past several weeks, the past several months, but the past 2 days, just a beautiful energy of this is what it's for. Hold the vision. We are planting the seeds and creating this new earth consciousness. So it's almost like this job well done energy from Spirit, which is really beautiful. Remember to take the messages how and when they resonate for you. There's a full playlist of daily energy draws available on the channel that are timeless readings, so go ahead and go forth through them and see what might resonate for you by the titles or the descriptions. Okay, Spirit, what do you have to say to us today? It is Wednesday. What do you have to say to us? The 24th. Wednesday, the 24th. Okay. We have intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. This is the energy of, and interesting, we have the sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communication. There's a couple of messages that are coming in here. The first is about trusting your intuition. It's about listening to the intuition and how along this journey, number one, how important that is, how that is the greatest lesson to trust your intuition, and how that is messages from Spirit, how that is messages from your higher self and from the universe, all being one and the same. So it's this energy of trusting what it is that you're receiving. That's what I'm getting, trusting what it is that you're receiving, and how the soul song, the voice of the soul, the whisper of the soul is rising. Now, I had just posted this, interestingly enough, on my Instagram and Facebook, possibly also on community page here on YouTube, I can't remember, about how important it is to trust your intuition. There could be people who influence us. Even the ego can influence us. The ego being old patterns, old behaviors, old ways of doing things, old mindsets. But at the end of the day, we have to trust how it is that we feel. How does it feel to us? Does it feel good? Does it feel like it's fear? Like we want to hold ourselves back? That's how you discern between the ego and the soul. And the more you're aware of that, the more you're able to discern between the ego and the soul, the more you're able to trust in what the soul is telling you and how the soul is guiding you. Your soul, again, being your spirit team, your higher self, your very being, God, the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it, it is the energy of love. Love is what is guiding you. But when you're in an energy of ego, it's, oh, you have to do this or otherwise this is going to happen, which is very fear based. And the ego tends to scream, and the ego tends to make us spiral into negative thoughts or lower vibrational energy. That is the ego. The soul, on the other hand, the intuition is calm, because the ego always knows that everything is divinely guided, divinely supported, divinely protected, and in the energy of love. A dear friend and soul sister recently said to me that the ego is actually the wounded child, and that resonates so very much because that's truth. The ego is old patterns, and we don't have to get rid of the ego. That's a false belief in the spiritual community. We don't have to get rid of the ego because the ego also serves us as far as this human identity. But we have to learn how to trust the soul self more. We have to learn how to discern between ego and soul. That's part of that self-awareness. And we have to learn how to trust the intuition, trust the divine unfolding, trust where we're being led. The more we trust that, the more the wounded child is calm. The more the wounded child, the ego, tends to just quiet. We quiet the ego, we heal the ego. We don't have to kill the ego. We allow the soul self to be stronger. The second message that's coming in is with regards to your counterpart, where communication between your counterpart, whether you're in physical communication or non-communication, the energy, the communicative energy is going to be much, much stronger. We're going to be more on the same page with each other. communicating with each other. This is not, yes, telepathy, but this is not so much telepathy as in I know what you're thinking every single moment. This is more about understanding the energy of one another and being on the same page. Where there might have been some resistance, where there might have been some combativeness, where there might have been divisiveness, where it might have felt disconnected from each other, you're going to feel much more connected, and communicating in much more open and vulnerable ways. This is with your words, so this is going to be physical communication, but more importantly, this is going to be with regards to energetics, how you guys feel towards each other. You're going to be, it's just this energy of being on the same page. And for so long on this journey, you hadn't been, because you had your own healing and lessons to go through. They had their own healing and lessons to go through. You were always doing this together energetically. But now, as you come into reunion, as you come into physical communication, and have more communication energetically, you're going to feel like you're understanding each other better, like you are communicating better. More, the communication between you guys, physically and otherwise, feeling their energy is going to flow. It's not going to be forced, it's not going to be controlled, it's not going to be over analytical. It's going to be just more open hearted. It's going to flow much more easily because you're on the same page energetically. It's like it's this merging energy that I'm getting. So allow that to come forth. Allow that to come forth is what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting with this spiritual communication energy. There's going to be physical communication because you are human embodied and physical communication is important, but it's going to flow more effortlessly because you are energetically in tune with one another fully now. Where before there might have been some disconnect, resistance, combativeness, triggers, things like that, that was kind of keeping you not in the same energetic plane. Now you understand each other, you understand each other's vibration, you understand each other's frequencies, you're speaking that language, and that's going to help your physical communication flow more effortlessly because it's coming from a place of the open heart, open heartedness with one another. So I hope that makes sense. That was an interesting, strong message that came in at the end there. But yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's a whole new page. It's a whole new book. It's a whole new ball game here. This is this is the rebirth. This is the new stage of your evolution, your ascension journey, of your connection with your counterparts. So really, really beautiful energies coming forth. All right, you guys, that's going to be it. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.